Well, in response to a call from the government, Maruti Suzuki India Limited used its capabilities to ramp up or to assist in the production of critical care items for the COVID pandemic. They have enabled Agva Healthcare, a new and small startup, to scale up ventilator production. The first ventilator was made on the 11th of April within 10 days of Maruti Suzuki joining with Agva. The cumulative production has now crossed 1,000 units. Maruti is possibly the first enterprise in India to manufacture and deliver ventilators to the government. They expect to complete delivery entirely by the end of May. Joining us now, a very special guest, Mr. R.C. Bhargav, Chairman of Maruti. Thanks, Mr. Bhargav, very much for speaking to us, and congratulations. I think it's such a wonderful initiative that Maruti has used all its skills, its ability to produce in large numbers, its quality control, its experts, its engineers to help a small firm deliver on a dream. It is a dream to get ventilators in place now. How did you manage to do that?
You know, when the government made a request to us that there was a critical shortage of ventilators, and could Maruti help in producing ventilators, we thought of this matter and we came to the conclusion that there's no way we could really produce ventilators if we went and looked for technology with some outside company, some well-known ventilator manufacturer. That would take months and months. And we came to the conclusion that if we could find a small company with technology which was acceptable to the government and who perhaps had orders from the government, but who really didn't have the ability to scale up production rapidly, we could then join with such a company and bring our expertise together with that man's technology and solve this problem. And fortunately, this is exactly what happened. Agva was a company which was registered only in 2018, and they had very, very limited resources, manpower, funds, space, everything was limited, and they couldn't have produced very many ventilators. So we joined up with them. The managing director of that company, Professor Vash, agreed to let us handle all aspects of the production work while he would look after the technology and the performance of the final product. And we got working in a very, very quick manner on how to go ahead and scale up production. And that's how we were able to get the first ventilator in place in 10, 11 days.
Right.
And in less than a month, today we will hit something like 1,500 ventilators.
Yeah. So, Mr. Bhargav, let me ask you this. Quality control is obviously the topmost priority, particularly when you're delivering healthcare equipment. What skills did your engineers or your management actually bring in to ensure that quality was not compromised? Because that's where it's at.
You know, the ventilator consists of a large number of parts, about 18 of which are imported, and the rest are all domestically made. For the domestic components, we looked at all the vendors who were supplying to Agva. There were many parts which we were not able to get, and we changed vendors to the extent necessary. And largely we are using vendors who are Maruti vendors, who are well trained in maintaining quality in much larger volumes. And these vendors now are providing all the parts required from the domestic sources. We have geared them up to a volume of 400 per day, which means 10,000 a month. And that part is taken care of. The foreign components are coming from companies who had earlier been selected by Agva's management, Professor Vash, and those parts we really don't have much say on their quality control because they are coming from people who are the almost proprietary managers of owners of the technology for those parts. And so far, those parts have worked perfectly well. But the assembly process and the testing process is looked after partly by us. That's the assembly process, and ultimately the testing is done by Professor Vesh, and he ensures that the quality of the finished product is fully satisfactory. We did send a ventilator to Medanta, where Dr. Naresh Trehan said he would test out the ventilator for us. It's been in use there for 10, 12 days now, and Dr. Trehan is fully satisfied with it. In fact, just a day or two ago, he's asking me that, can you now give us another 3 or 4 ventilators for a new hospital they're opening in Manesar.
Tell us a little bit about your workers, your executives, your managers, your engineers. When you told them that this was their job, that this was now their task to help save lives, could you describe to us the way in which they went about it? Because they were fighting against time.
You know, our vendors, our engineers, other people who were involved in this project, largely people were involved from the supply chain. But we have involved people from our service department because we want, ultimately, when these ventilators go out in the field, that somebody should be there to do some troubleshooting in case a ventilator has some failure. And they'll also handle the supply of spare parts. They and the other engineers from the production side, they were all very committed to this because they all looked upon it as a national call for doing something for the country. And I think that motivated them hugely. And that is one of the reasons these people today, even now, every day they work till late at night. We're not doing overtime or anything like that. They just want to work till late at night so that each day they can scale up production further. And going from 0 production to 300 ventilators production in less than 20 days, I think it's quite a commentary on their dedication and their efforts in this area.
Sure. Mr. Bhargav, where have the ventilators started being delivered? When will they be operationalized on the field?
You know, these ventilators were on order from us from a company called HLL. HLL is a government company, I believe, which is for the purpose of procuring medical equipment. HLL has sent about 5 days ago, they carried out an inspection of the ventilators which have been manufactured at that point. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to send us their report yet, and we are still waiting for them to give us their orders to dispatch to the destinations where they want these ventilators sent. And therefore, while we are accumulating ventilators, we have 1,500 or so now today, we still don't have dispatch instructions.
That must be quite frustrating, Mr. Bhargav, that you built the ventilators at a particular pace, you've tested them, they work, you need HLL to pick to pick this up and then to further distribute it. How soon do you expect this to be resolved?
No, I expect it to be resolved, Professor Vesh says, by Monday. But I am quite accustomed to this kind of thing because government processes, and this is a government company, are not always of the most rapid decision making. And everybody wants to see that all paperwork is complete and that whatever is required to be done in terms of approvals and test reports and whatever is done. I think a private company may have worked differently, but the processes of government are different, and I think I recognize that and I'm familiar with it.
All right. And Mr. Bhargav, it's not just ventilators, right? There are even more basic items such as masks and the like, which Maruti is assisting with.
Well, one company has started making masks. I think that company is a joint venture of ours, Mr. Ashok Kapoor. And he's making these 3-ply surgical masks. He has decided that he will donate 2 million of these masks. And mostly I think he's giving it to the Haryana government and the Gujarat government where he has his manufacturing operations. But in addition to that, we are also trying to see whether we can get into other aspects of the PPE on a much larger scale.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that it's not a vendor of ours, but is somebody who was introduced to us by one of our joint venture partners. And we're hoping that by next week we will be able to get involved with him in making something very much larger volumes of these PPE.
Yeah. Mr. Bhargav, a couple of more questions. You know, as we discover, ourselves in our economy in a post-COVID environment, Maruti has now picked up certain skills in the healthcare sector. Would it be unreasonable for me to ask you, going forward, would you like to enter this area to manufacture state-of-the-art equipment for health purposes?
No, actually we are not really involved in it, because the technology for ventilator is very much that of AGWA. We have only been involved to the extent of organizing all the processes, imports and everything to see that the ventilators can be assembled and assembled in the correct manner and in the right volume. We have no intention of getting into this business, but what we would like to see, I hope it happens, I'm not sure, is that now AGWA, which will have reached this very high volume of production of ventilators, is able to maintain its ability to produce in volumes, is able to continuously improve its ventilators further in terms of their technology and performance.
Yeah.
And keeping its low cost in mind, my assessment is that it would become one of the most popular ventilators which we can export to all parts of the world, because it's just a new industry developing, and essentially because the technology which was used by AGWA was actually a good technology.
Right. Well, Mr. Bhargav, one final question to you. I'm sure by now you, all your workers, the entire massive industrial setup for Maruti would want to get back to the business of making cars. You must be eagerly awaiting that. Do you have any thoughts about how soon you would like to see that happening? Realistically, when would that happen? Any thoughts at all?
See, realistically, it's not going to happen in a hurry. Because to produce a car, we need to ensure that all our vendors are able to function on a continuous manner. And we have a supply chain which gives to us 100% of the components which go into a car. And as you know, we have a large number of cars and a large number of models, and therefore there are a large number of suppliers. Now today, the number of vendors who are in containment zones or red zones or in municipal areas is quite large. And there's no way we can actually produce. We made an assessment that if everything of today was worked, we would maybe be able to produce 25% of the models which we have. But even that requires that we should be able to produce engines in Gurgaon, because the engines at Manesar are actually produced in Gurgaon. In addition to all of which, even if we had got the supply chain organized, we still need outlets for selling the cars.
Right.
And those are not yet open.
Yeah.
So
it's the entire ecosystem which has to open up from the suppliers to those who deliver the vehicles to customers.
Yes. To be stable.
And
because
be stable.
These containment zone and red zones keep changing. A supplier today is in a clean zone, he keeps supplying me. Tomorrow somebody or 3 people in a household get the virus, it becomes a containment area, and then my production stops. Now that is a great problem which we will have to see how we handle.
Mr. Bhargav, it's always a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you very much. And thank you to Maruti Suzuki for making this incredible effort, using the skills that you possess to help a small company do something which assists all of us here in India. Thanks very much indeed.